Back from Phoenix, Arizona, we're with Douglas MacKinnon. He is the former press secretary for Bob Dole and author of The Apocalypse Directive. Doug, we were talking a minute ago, and you mentioned Woodward and Bernstein. Do you see anybody on the horizon? I see the Examiner, the paper that you work for, Fox. Jake Tapper from ABC, I think, asked the tough questions. Who else is there? Is there going to be anybody that breaks out and really is holding people's feet to the fire?
Well, I think, Glenn, there has to be, ultimately. I was having this discussion with my old boss, Bob Dole, and some other Republicans recently. There are a number, as you know, there are a number of conservative billionaires or conservative multi-millionaires out there. And do they want to jump into the game and buy some of these media outlets at a fire sale price? And not to turn them into right-wing organizations, but to basically make them, as Fox is, more fair and balanced. And basically, so they don't automatically trash traditional values. They don't automatically trash corporate America. They don't automatically vilify CEOs. At a certain point, if you don't get into the game as a conservative and buy some of these media outlets at a fire sale price, are you hurting yourself in the long run?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't want to. The last thing we need is somebody else with another agenda to, you know, balance. I just want somebody who is fair, that is questioning things that should be questioned. I mean, the press should be doing the job and asking the questions on both sides. I mean, I know that I come to the table from a conservative or libertarian point of view, and I admit that. I'm a commentator. I'm not a journalist or anything else. But I was asking many of the same questions of George W. Bush. Now, the media always said, well, where were you? I was saying the same darn things back then. But where are the actual journalists asking the same kinds of questions? Where's the one question? Where's the exit strategy when it comes to the bailouts?
Well, exactly. And a host of other things, too. And I agree with you. As a conservative, an independent conservative, I don't want conservative copy in news copy. I don't want liberal copy in news copy. I just want reporters to follow the facts to their natural conclusion. And right now, this media refuses to do that with this president. And as you know, either during or right after the campaign, basically 10 major media figures, independent, unbiased media figures, quit to join the Obama administration. And I mean, that's a signal that things are really going the wrong way as far as the media is concerned.
Well, I'm not just concerned with just the media either, Doug, and I want to pick your brain here for a second. I think, you know, if you're a bondholder now, you fear the administration. You've got the unions and government married. I mean, there is a real atmosphere of fear that if you cross this administration, what happens to you? He can now go in and regulate your industry or your company.
Well, without a doubt. As a matter of fact, and what I said in the column the other day was, you know, my wife is Venezuelan, and she was telling me recently, gee, what's going on now in the United States of America reminds her of what Hugo Chavez has been doing for the last 12 years in Venezuela, which is nationalizing companies, threatening CEOs, you know, intimidating everybody, and by the way, ruining the country in the process. And right now you look at the car companies, you look at the health IT companies, you look at the banks, and basically everybody's curling up into the fetal position in front of this president because they fear what the repercussions might be if they in fact try to stand up for themselves and try to do the right thing.
All right, thank you very much. We'll tie all of this together tonight, all this madness we call America, next.